welcome back. This is a how-to video on how to make paper white walls for your model car. First thing you have to have is a sheet of paper that is self-adhesive, like this one. Look. It's used for labeling and to make etiquettes for labeling stuff at work, or even to do some printing on. This one is a A4 size, and the surface has to be very clean, and if it's not white enough, or if it's too white, you that have seen a real 1:1 scale white wall will know what I mean. What you have to do is just to paint the paper with some spray white primer, like I did here. I painted the paper with white primer to give it the same look I have on my models white walls. And how do you do this? The most important thing you have to have after the paper is this. This little guy here is a circle cutter. It works almost like a compass. You'll have your sharp point to make the center of the circles, and you have here a blade to do the cutting. This one is from Alpha, and I found this thing at my store that sells supplies for making building models. Architects used to have all kinds of stuff like this, and they used usually to make models of buildings and landscapes and those kinds of things that we engineers don't do, because we think it's better to use the computer. Well, not really. I don't. Well, first step, you're going to need this, your adhesive foil, your tires you want to make the white walls for. A hobby knife would be great for actually applying the white walls, and one of those would be great so you can do the measuring before you do the cutting. So measure twice, cut once. This one here is old and I don't use it anymore to deal with cars, so instead of throwing it away, I use it for modeling. Actually, it's broke, but this part still works, so let's do it. First of all, this here is the world famous AMT tire that they are offering right now. It comes on kits like the Edsel, like the 55 Chevy, 57 Chevy, and the Chrysler 300 has a bigger tire. It's not this one. It comes on the AMT 62 T-Bird and in many other AMT kits. It's the plastic white wall insert that I never thought to be very nice. For example, here we have a Edsel well cover. Let's put it here. I don't think this is very nice. The white wall look a little toyish. Even if you paint the white insert, it will still look a little toyish. So what I do is to make a paper white wall that will look more realistic. The first step is to measure the wheel you're going to use, like this one. Nice. It's 16 millimeters. Or for you guys in the United States, it's, well, it's a 10/16, so it will be a 5/8. Well, this is the diameter. With this tool, you need the radius, so you just go to the half. 16 is 8. Half of 16 millimeters is 8 millimeters. Now you can lock it, and you're going to open this beauty exactly the same as here. Great. Now we have the radius. Here you have to be careful not to cut through the entire thing. It takes a little practice, because if you do, you can't do the outer part of the white wall correctly. Let's make 2 of them. Great. Now the outside part. Let's unlock it. Measure the outside of the white wall. And I'm going to use this little tab here on the tire as the limit. Can be a little tricky. Okay, let's take a look. Exactly 20 millimeters. Now let's go use the half. 10 millimeters. Let's reset here. $10 Okay, now let's do it again. You have to be very careful to use the exact same center spot, or you will have a really odd looking white wall. Now get your hobby knife and pull it. Here we are. This is the white wall. Now I have to center it on the tire very carefully. Great. Now let's put the oil cover. And that's it. A lot better than your kit sourced white wall insert. Let's make this wheel get into that slot on the plastic white wall. That's not really easy. Get there. Good. So this is the paper white wall. And let's put here. And this is the plastic white wall. Side by side. See that the paper white wall eliminated this gap here. That is what gives this white wall the toyish look. And now you see it's much better. I can also use this trick to make a white line. For example, let's see here on this other kind of AMT tire. I want to make a white line for this tire, and let's use again this thing to measure where I want the white wall. It's here. Okay, 11 millimeters. Let's go to the exact half of that. 5.5. Locking. Let's go to 5.5. Oh, what I'm doing, I already had the radius. 11. Yeah, I'm done. Okay, let's do it here. Okay, now you have to determine what the size white line you want. Let's imagine you want on a real car a 1-inch white line. A 1-inch white line is 1 millimeter in 1/25 scale. So let's go to 12 here. It was 11. And open this baby up. So I'll have 1 millimeter over the size I had here. That will give me 1 inch in 1/25 scale. Great. Let's peel her off. Uh-oh, I ruined it. Let's do it again. 11. I should have cut a little more. Don't worry, because after you get the way of this thing, you get the hang of it, it will be easy. Make 2 just in case I ruin another one. Okay, 1 millimeter more. So let's cut another one. Another thing I noticed is that once you do 1 or at least 2, you get the hang of how much pressure, see, you have to use to actually cut just the outside paper and not the backing paper. Now you put here on the tire. And here you have it. A 1-inch scale white wall. You can also make a smaller one. I'm gonna measure here Instead of using 10mm, I can use 9mm. I can use this same point here to save a little on my paper. Now let's do another. Let's open here. This one will be a little different. Now let's apply it here. You have to avoid deforming the wet line when you are installing. And here you are. A very nice white line. And everybody will think it's an aftermarket tire, but it's not. You can also use this to mask and paint your actual white wall. You just have to make a mask on the outside size, apply it to the tire, and paint the white wall, removing the mask after. I don't do that. I usually use an old circle template. I just put the tire inside, airbrush the white wall, and take it off. But this is how you can make this ugly plastic insert look like a nice aftermarket tempo printed white wall. A lot better looking. And on my little car trailer here, I did those white walls to the AMT Firestone Supreme tires that usually don't get a nice white wall. But with the paper white walls, they look great. Well guys, I hope that I have helped you teaching this little trick, and you will find lots and lots of uses for one of those little circle cutters. And this one from Alpha even comes with about 5 extra blades here, and I have this for about 5 years and I still didn't have to use one of the spares, so it will last a long time. It's a good investment. Well guys, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.